You know him from 105.7's The Big Show. Everybody, make a lot of noise for Ramie.
Thank you. One more time for Liz Ziner, you guys. You did a great job. Oh man, I'm in a good mood. This is my favorite time of year. I love the fall. So many good things happening in the fall. I'm a big baseball fan. Liz asked if there were a lot of sports fans in here. Are there baseball fans in the house? A few of you? Okay. All right. That's not as many as maybe it would have been at one time. It used to be America's pastime. It's not anymore. I'm okay with that. I don't try to convince people to like baseball. Unlike soccer fans. We got any soccer fans in the house? I fucking hate you. I don't like you. All right? I might like soccer if not for you. Soccer fans are the most annoying people in the world. They love to tell you how great what they're doing is and how much better it makes their life and how good it makes them feel. They're like the gluten-free people of the sports world. They annoy the shit out of me. Soccer fans, they use three main arguments to get you to love their sport. One, they'll tell you that soccer fans are the most passionate fans in the sports world. And that's true. They are passionate because every time I turn on a soccer match, they're throwing road flares into the opposing team's cheering section, hurling racial epithets at the players, starting riots on the reg. On the reg, you guys! I'm sorry, my idea of going to a game is like a nice sunny day, green grass, cold beer, a sausage of some sort. Wasn't looking to attend a Mad Max reenactment. Not my idea of a good time, you guys. Not my idea of a good time. The other thing that they'll tell me, they'll be like, Ramie, you're Middle Eastern. That's the sport of your people. Your people love that sport. You should love that sport. You know what else my people love? Hating your people. Should I give that a try? You're making it easy. And the third argument that they'll make to make you love soccer is they'll say, it's the most popular sport in the world. Everywhere but America, it is the most popular sport in the world. Americans just don't get it. And that's true. It is the most popular sport in the world. But One Direction was the most popular band in the world. We can all agree they suck balls, right? And you know what's the number one food in the world? You know what's the most eaten food in the world? Anybody have any guesses as to what the most eaten food in the world is? Pizza. Rice. Somebody over here said it. It's rice. Anybody remember the last time they looked forward to sitting down to a nice steaming bowl of plain white rice? No, you don't, because it never fucking happened, ever. Rice is the most popular food in the world because it doesn't take a lot of skills or resources to cultivate it, so it's available to a lot of people all around the world, but it's also bland and fucking boring. You know what I just described? Soccer. That's what the fuck I just described. Oh, another thing I love about this time of year is Halloween. Halloween is like a week. Y'all ready for Halloween? Yeah? Yeah? Halloween's my favorite holiday for the same reason it's every guy's favorite holiday, and it's the slutty Halloween costumes, ladies. We love them. Keep it up. We love the Catwoman, sexy cop, sexy nurse. My favorite, though, is doctor. Not even sexy doctor, just doctor, and the fantasy there is financial security, ladies. That's what I'm looking for. If you could pay off my student loans, that'd be the sexiest shit you could do, I swear. Swear to God. Oh. But just know that when you wear those costumes, you're opening yourselves up to juvenile, sexist jokes that are definitely happening behind your back. They're happening every Halloween behind your back. I was in a bar last year with some buddies on Halloween, and a group of young ladies walked in dressed as piñatas. One of my friends, he goes, I'd hit that, right? That's clever, that's cute, that's funny, it's not too harmful. I might have taken it too far, though, because I was like, yeah, bust that shit wide open, eat up all that candy, dog. I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that. I'm more respectful than that. I don't catcall, I don't do things like that. But I will look. Ladies, I will look. That's another reason why I'm glad it's fall. I get in trouble in the summer, the way that the ladies are dressed. They have everything all out, and they get offended if I'm looking. But let's be honest, you left the house looking for the attention of a man dressed that way. Maybe not this man. Maybe you were looking for this man. But you were looking for the attention of a man when you left dressed like that. And that's not fair, ladies. That's not fair. And I'll tell you why it's not fair using a war analogy. Yes, a war analogy. If titties are your weapon of choice for attracting the attention of a man, just know that those are not smart bombs. Those aren't designed to pinpoint and strike high-value targets, no. Those are weapons of mass erection. They hit everybody. You're just gonna have to weed through the bodies, check for DNA, and see if you got your man. That's how it works. That was a jerking off motion, it was. I somehow have a girlfriend despite the way I look and talk. She's way too attractive for me. Like when friends first see me, like they've never met her, they don't know about her, and they meet her for the first time, they're like, oh, Ramie's finally paying for it. No, that's not the case. It's an actual attractive woman who chooses to spend her free time with me and show me affection. That happened, okay? It happened. I don't know how it, well, I do know how it happened. We met on Twitter. People snicker when they say I met her on Twitter. They laugh at that. They think it's funny. But most people nowadays are meeting their significant other on dating apps like Tinder. And the only difference between Twitter and Tinder is 3 fucking letters. So fuck you, okay? This is how it worked. I work on a sports radio show during the day, as Liz said when she brought me up. She listens to my sports radio show. We started chatting on Twitter, and then she slid into my DMs, y'all. She slid into my DMs. I'm actually verified on Twitter. I think that's what drew her in. She was attracted to my thick, veiny blue check mark. She's actually the second straight girl that I met on Twitter, and I told my roommate that. He was like, dude, you gotta show me how to use Twitter. And I was like, really? Those are the only 2 women I've talked to in the last 3 years. Maybe you should teach me how to talk to people in real life. That seems like a more useful life skill. I don't know. I swept her off her feet on our first date. It was 6 months ago tomorrow, right here at Comedy Cafe. Our first date was 6 months ago tomorrow, right here at Comedy Cafe. Thank you. And you know how I swept her off her feet? I walked her back to her car at the end of the date in that parking garage over there across the street. That's all I did. She was blown away. Blown away by that. Ladies, are guys not walking you back to your cars in parking garages at the end of dates? Is that really happening? If it is, I just want to thank every man in here for setting the bar so low that I could just... It's really nice of you. That's really nice of you. Like, she could have been like, no second date, never fucking you, having a good night. I'd been like, you want me to walk you back to your car? 9 out of 10 bad things that happen to women in TV and movies happens in a parking garage. I've actually done the research, I got the numbers, I found out how many guys will walk a woman back to their car at the end of a first date, and 6 out of 10 guys will walk you back to your car in a parking garage at the end of a first date. 3 of those guys are going to do what I did, which is give you a peck on the cheek, tell you I had a great time and I'd like to see you again. The other 3 guys are going to try and sexually assault you. That's happening. I'm sorry. I know, it's terrible. I also, something else that recently happened in my life, I bought a house. I'm a first-time homeowner. About a year ago, I bought a house. Thank you. I got a roommate, and we're good friends. Love him like a brother. But like I mentioned before, I'm Middle Eastern, I'm Arab. He happens to be a Jewish fellow. And like, it's cool, like I said, we're real good friends. Love him like a brother, but here's the thing, I'd be lying to you if I told you there wasn't some Arab paranoia running through these veins, you guys. Just a little bit. Like right now, it's a 3-bedroom house, so he has his space, I have my space. We share common areas like the kitchen, bathroom, etc. I'm just afraid the longer he lives there, like he's gonna keep on claiming little parts of the house as his own. Until eventually he claims the whole fucking thing. And says it's cool because his last few roommates have been really shitty to him. And after all, this is the way that God meant it to be. It's scary stuff. It is. Being Middle Eastern and having the choice of hair and beard that I do, I know I look like 6 of the FBI's top 10 most wanted terrorists at any given time. I somehow look like both of the Boston bombers. Like, they don't really look alike, but you catch me at this angle, I look like one. Catch me at this angle, I look like the other. Real funny to you guys, I didn't leave the house for a week when those pictures came out, okay? So this can cause problems for me in certain situations, like going to the airport. It can be a little bit scary for me. I was picking up some family from the airport a while back, and we brought 3 cars. They had a lot of people and a lot of luggage. Guess they figured they weren't just suspicious enough being Arabs at the airport. Let's travel with a lot of people and a lot of luggage, right? So like I said, 3 cars. I'm driving the first car. My cousin is driving the second car. She shares my swarthy complexion and terroristy face. Third car, white friend driving. I got a white friend, proves I'm not racist. Okay, guys? So we're coming up the on-ramp to where you would pick people up at the airport, and there's a police officer standing in the middle of the road waving me down. So I stop, I roll down my window, I say, "How can I help you, officer?" He says, "We're just doing random trunk checks. If you just pop your trunk, I'll take a quick peek and you'll be on your way." Cool with me, I keep my weed in the glove compartment, okay? So I pop my trunk, he takes a peek, he waves me through. Second cop, second car, cousin driving, he peeks in her trunk, waves her through. Third car, white friend driving, no trunk check, just waves him through. And the fucked up part about that is this: he's a white dude, so he does stupid white dude shit when he gets drunk. He had a trunk full of construction signs and stop signs and shit, you guys. I guess that's just something y'all do because you can get away with it. I don't know. Like, that's a felony. That's a felony. If you just peek in that trunk, that's a felony. You know what I mean? And for a second, I was like, well, I was just the victim of racism. That was racist, and I was mad, I was angry. Until I thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, well, it wasn't racism as much as it was racial profiling. And I don't like racism, I think it's a very ugly thing, and I hate it. But racial profiling, it can be useful. Let's be real, it can be useful. Like, it wasn't 21 Irish dudes on those planes on September 11th going, "Yo, in the name of Allah!" No. There's a lot of guys that look like my uncle, okay? Like, if I don't get a little extra attention at the security check in the airport, like at least one of these from a TSA agent, like, somebody didn't do their job, they dropped the fucking ball, okay? They dropped the ball. Certain people are suspicious in certain situations, let's face it, okay? I'll start with myself to make it less offensive. Arabs in airports, right? Black dudes in white neighborhoods. White dudes in black neighborhoods. Mexicans in general. If you're Mexican and offended by that, I may or may not have a suicide bomber vest under here, so shank at your own risk, I say, you know what I'm saying? I lived, before I bought my house about a year ago, I lived with my parents. I see you looking at me, trying to figure out how old I am and how sad this is. I'll save you the trouble. I'm 37, that's how old I am and how sad this is, okay? I lived with my parents till I was 36 and I had to get out of there because everything is a fight in that house, guys. Everything is a fight in that house. They came from the Middle East and I see why that part of the world is in the state that it's in, because everything is a fight with these people, okay? Everything. And yeah, I said those people, I'm allowed to say it, they're my people, you can't. All you people right up here, you can't refer to us as those people. But no, everything is a fight in my parents' house. Like everything, like throwing away food is a fight in my parents' house. My mom wants to freeze everything before it goes bad. When I say everything, I mean everything. So if you want to have some chips in the Mackloff house while you watch the game on a Sunday afternoon, think ahead and thaw them bitches out Saturday night, all right? My dad, though, he loves throwing food away. My dad takes so much joy in throwing food away, he makes announcements when he throws food away. This is a regular occurrence in my parents' house. My dad's standing in front of an open fridge like, "This has been in the fridge for 3 weeks!" Is anybody going to eat this? No! Ha! I threw it away! It's a 25-cent cheesesteak, dude. Throw away 3 if it makes you that happy. You take so much joy in it. Oh my God. Pops is his own special kind of crazy though. Little background on my dad. He had a quadruple bypass about 12 years ago. That's the grand slam of bypasses. Since then though, has been on a steady diet of breads, meats, cheeses, whiskey, and cigarettes. So he's cool. He's cool. It's fine. Like people are counting carbs. My dad had toast with his pancakes when we went out to breakfast. I said that joke in front of him once. He goes, "Come on, you exaggerate. I had toast with my ham and eggs, and then I had pancakes." So it's like, my bad, I totally misrepresented you. You're the picture of health. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. But he just got a clean bill of health not too long ago from his doctor. Like everything checked out normal, blood pressure, cholesterol, everything checked out normal, which is great, I guess, but I was like, this dude is a fucking medical marvel. He should be researched by journals to see how this is possible. Until my father turned to me and said, "Good thing I doubled my cholesterol medication a week before the test." I lived with a dude who crammed for a cholesterol test. It's crazy. Even though we're Palestinian, we're Catholic, which confuses some people because they just assume all Arabs are Muslims. But if you think about it for just 1 second, it makes perfect sense because Jesus is fucking from there, you guys. He's from there. My grandpa was born in the same manger. It's true, okay? It happened. But being that mix of Arab and Catholic is nice because it comes with all that guilt and repression that comes with being Arab. And mixes it up with all that guilt and repression that comes with being Catholic. It's a nice cocktail. It's a nice cocktail when you put them together. It's a double. It's a double, is what it is. So so that being said, like we don't talk about feelings and things of the sort in the Maclaw family. Like I couldn't tell you the last time, or if ever, my father said to me, "I love you." I don't know if that's ever happened. That always makes the room real quiet. I think people get sad when I say that, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't get sad when I say that, because it doesn't make me sad, because I believe that actions speak louder than words. And let me tell you what my dad did for me, guys. My dad, in his early 20s, left a war-torn country. When it crossed the world to a strange land where he hardly knew anybody, hardly knew the language, and had barely $1 in his pocket. He got a college education. He brought my mom over here, started a career, started a family, and worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs the whole time I was growing up, just to put food in our mouths, clothes on our back, and a roof over our head. And he started this whole journey years before me or my brother were even born, but with us in mind to give us a better life than he had. And then he let me live with him till I was 36 fucking years old. So not only can I tell you confidently that I know my dad loves me, my dad loves me way more than any of your fucking dads love you, alright? They can remind you all they want. It's not true. I'm Ramie Maclaw. That's my time. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You're a great audience.
One more time for Ramie Maclaw, everybody! You guys, I'm so excited to bring your headliner up here tonight. He came all the way from New York to make you laugh. You may have seen him on HBO, MTV, The Howard Stern Show. Everybody, lose your minds right now for Scotty P!
Like in your whole video, because I felt like I was like, oh. I like have the like make you feel like I'm like videotaping.
All right, cool. Gonna kill some time here. Hey.